Yeah. Y'all listen to anything this week?
Yes.
I got one gem that I want to give y'all for this week. And I did my research on him, and I didn't know he was from, because you know I like Mike, Earl, Sweatshirt, like all the dudes that be like still trying to like rap in like the vintage Wu-Tang New York S bag, if you will. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It's a guy named Chuck Strangers, and he actually was featured multiple times on Joey Badass 1999 album. Remember when that came out? Like that mixtape was fire, yo. That like had a resurgence.
That took him places.
Yeah, but it's called Forsaken Lover's Plea, and it's a guy, Chuck Strangers, out of New York. It's fire, bro. Like everything sound like Static Selector or The Alchemist made it, and come to find out, he produced a lot of those beats.
Okay.
So like he produces, raps. You saw the video I showed you where it's like he has a video for that album. I mean that one of the songs on there, and it's like the video is like him sitting at a karaoke, like drinking, and it's like an Asian dude like rapping his verse. Then somebody takes the mic from him. Then it's like just random people at a karaoke rapping his verse while he's watching his song. It's a dope.
It's nice.
I'll check it out.
It was very cool.
It's kind of cool, man.
It was very cool.
I respect it.
Yeah, definitely tap into that Forsaken Lover's Plea if y'all get a chance. So
he's good. You showed me the video before the pod. I like it. I see what you're saying though. The boom bap definitely gives you the 1999 feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me personally, I listened to some of the Metro Future joint. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but I still been stuck on Blue Lips from school.
Oh yeah, I listened to the track with Kendrick from
I learned
Future
that.
and Metro's.
I did it. I heard that.
Yeah,
definitely.
I listened.
You know, I'm a J. Cole fan, so I heard it.
Yeah,
he said
I'm not worried though.
Kendrick just come out throwing shots and just leave. And
I'm not worried about it.
Legendary album.
That's the problem. It's like if you're gonna be in the field, then it's different. But if you're gonna like just disappear again, then it just does, because you've done it too many times.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna mean as much.
And we're not gonna act like my son Cole hasn't been smoking.
He's been smoking
every single thing that he's touched.
He's been smoking because he's been in the field. But what I will say is,
I feel like none of them should like clash with each other because they, if you think about it, they all nice, but they all different, yo.
And I'm gonna be the first. I didn't like the beat.
What?
I didn't like the beat to that song.
Oh no, I like that because I like the sample.
didn't like it.
I like the original sample.
I didn't like what they did with that sample. I didn't like it.
I liked it.
He didn't like. I don't think you like that extra
just hating.
horn that's in the background.
I'm just hating because I'm a Cole fan.
You talking about the dun, 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 dun. You talking about that horn?
Yeah, that joint hard.
Oh, I'm about to say that's cold.
But Rich didn't like.
So I like
I guess
the
the like 3-6
about it.
chopped that.
I gotta
back
try
in the
to
day.
listen
So
to
it's
it.
like
Well,
a lot of
technically,
the
it wasn't
3-6
three.
samples.
It wasn't 3.
I only listened once.
It technically is.
I will say that listen that I
He
don't.
did another
like.
group, I think, kind of. That's a whole nother thing. It's
Was it? No, I think Rod
because it's on
was that.
Because I don't think it's a 3-6 album. It's like another. If I'm not mistaken, it's another faction of. But that's a whole nother. I don't want to get too deep into that. I gotta look back into it because I actually was listening to that whole album like maybe a year ago. But yeah, what I will give Kendrick is this: for a person who's not considered active and constantly rapping, and you talking about honing the craft, to come out of nowhere, the verse is crazy. Or for somebody
He's always been
not
super
active
nice,
like
though.
that, like
I said,
but that's what makes people mad. It's like,
I'm
yo,
not
what
shocked.
happens if you just constantly active? How what can you really like do if you constantly active? Because
No, my
that
theory.
he was going, because when you start looking at when the breakdowns happen and you start really thinking about the verse was wild, yo.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't get it, you might think, oh, it's good. Like no, the verse is wild, yo.
I think with Kendrick, like maybe he found out like a lot of the stuff you have to do to be on that level is not things he wants to do all the time. Like that's what I think, because I'm like, he's proven like, yo, he's mad nice, yo. Like I used to discredit him because of this, his laws in between stuff and like not being there, but like every time he shows up, I've never not seen him show up.
It's the sneak this and no. Like
Yeah.
This is what people were saying about Drake for a long time. Like they be like, because I think one of the people that brought it, I think it might have been Kanye, he was like, when Drake diss you, only you will know. Mm-hmm. A lot of the times, like a lot of the stuff that people was thinking was from Her Loss and the last few albums, they was thinking it was a lot about Kanye. Some of it a little bit, but like come to find out a lot of it was about like Future. And he was taking jabs at like Kendrick here and there. Like I was catching some of the Kendrick stuff though. To me, that was a little more obvious stuff. And then Drake and then Cole kind of like teaming up was kind of like interesting to me. And then I think Cole kind of caught some strays, just being you know,
the big three, John.
Yeah, I think he caught some strays just cause. And this is like, but if you're gonna be in it, then kind of get in it. Don't drop it. What's the name? and then disappear, yo. Really get out here, yeah. I mean, because they out here working constantly, yo. Like,
and Mr. Morale in the Big Step was crazy. So like, yo,
I
why
wanna-
not have J Rock and you and Ab-Soul and start
I
cooking?
want to hear not necessarily happier.
They said
but-
they never doing Black Hippies again.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
I
They're
heard
not?
Schoolboy
Yeah, that's a
Q
wrap.
say that too.
Yeah,
Well, can they get features from each other at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. Get a couple features from the guys, bro.
But yeah, that album so far is cool. I gotta really listen to it again because you got people saying they love it, you got people saying hate it. And I was like, dog, the album hadn't been out 24 hours at the point. I'm
Oh,
like, you
yeah,
gotta let
I
it.
can't say that.
Because there are some bangers on there. There's some songs I'm like, I'm not sure. So it's like I gotta give it some more listens. But it's cool.
I haven't finished yet either.
I listen to like 5 songs. You know that lane is just like
It's not for me either now.
it's like
kinda
yo,
cool.
that lane has been going for so long. But I
all
guess
kinds of
I'm it's not been my preference. So it's like
It's Future. That's his lane. So
yeah, it is. He
can do
created
whatever
that.
he
He
wants.
do sound good.
He got
Don't get me wrong.
he can do whatever he
Sounds
want to
good.
do. There's like
No, it's one on that that's really fire though. I just don't know the name of it because I was like just cleaning the crib and it came on yesterday and I'm like, oh yeah, this.
it's a good. I like the last album better because he did more. It was more diversity in it. It was a little more like some people want. There's a faction of people that's like it was okay because they wanted like what this new kind of album is kind of just beat you over the head with that type of joint. But the last one got well received because it was a lot of like that's like what's the joint with I won't get too deep, but there's a couple albums where he showed a lot of stuff, and then people love the R&B Future. When Future
Yeah,
do
I love
R&B
that.
Future,
I
he's
do love that.
fantastic.
Does he get in
But
that
I feel
bag?
like
He has a couple songs on there where he gets
I
in
gotta
that
get
bag,
to
and
that. I
they're
didn't get
really
to that
good.
bag yet.
Like
I gotta get to
R&B
that.
blues is Future. That's like the best Future. Hell, like that's why my number one song for I think last year was Love You Better. Love that. When
Oh,
Future,
yeah, that song
when
is
Future
really
go
good.
into that
Yeah, that
bag,
song, yeah,
he's
he really
different,
fire,
yo.
yeah.
But that's why the album it was like basically the album was majority R&B. That's like it's like a lot of people's favorite Future. I can't right off the top of my head think it's the
You know which
it's like
one
Black
was
and
the,
White.
when I think of him singing is the Turn on the Lights. So that was one
I'm
of my
looking
favorite
for-
joints. Yo, that was my
looking
joint back in the day. Yo.
Because
Crazy.
that was a
was
trap
big on
R&B
yo like
kind of
that.
Yo, that was crazy, bro. Turn on the lights.
I never was big on yo like that, yo. I did like.
Nah,
that
you
one
haven't. You've never been a
I've
big
never been
Future
big.
guy.
My favorite 2 songs was 56 Nights and then the Perky's Calling joint, yo. Just cause like the vibe on that was like, but I'm like outside of that it wasn't.
Nah,
Cause like, I ain't gonna
March
lie,
Madness.
March Madness is
I ain't gonna lie,
crazy.
I feel like a lot of
March
people.
Madness is
It
crazy.
still goes hard to
It got
this
Johnny
day.
Manziel
It
kicked out
never
the
goes.
league.
It never stops. It's incredible
ultimate,
song.
yo. He probably makes so much money.
I'm gonna probably get killed for this.
always
but
gonna make
You don't
money
like
off that
March
shit.
Madness?
I feel like
Dirty soda in
to
the
me, I
styrofoam.
don't want to take away from their project, but I feel like 21 Savage is way better than him. Like
Nah, I'm not.
to
doing
me,
that. I'm not even doing it.
to me.
I'm not- Mike,
This album
respect.
this album was better than the 21 Savage most recent album was better than this Future joint. I
agree with
It might be. I'm not disagreeing with that.
That
but-
shit is
but he's not
way
better
more
than Future.
fire.
Nobody in
to
Atlanta.
me, I like
nobody
him
in
more.
Atlanta would ever say
I like
that.
him more. I like him more.
That's why they be like in Atlanta. He's the Jay-Z of it. Like you can't.
He ushered.
Nah,
in.
he's different.
Yeah, I'm
yo.
not really into him
He's
like that.
He's one of them.
And
like,
it's no disrespect. I just know he never really stuck with
But
me like
I-
that.
21
guy.
Savage wouldn't say he's better than Future.
Nah, he wouldn't. He gave him nothing but respect, but like I
He
feel like
wouldn't
he
say
is,
that,
yo.
He's not. I don't like
21
This
Savage
last
been doing
album,
some
I
crazy
like 21,
stuff.
but 21 could get too mono.
But
for
you
me
got to
sometimes.
think like
I be
with
God
21
dang.
for me like with trap music, right? Like the joint with him and Drake was fired. Then the follow up with this album was crazy, and he hasn't really missed on nothing.
But
like,
the joint with Drake, he was barely on it, yo. So I can't even like.
he
That's a-
had verses
it's
on
a
there.
Drake. It's a Drake album with him featured.
He had verses on there, yo.
I like it.
Yeah, he was featured on it.
But he was
wasn't a
smoking
Drake
his verses.
I love the
bro.
album, but
yeah, he was
featured
smoking
on
his
it.
verses,
He was
yo.
featured on the album.
He was keeping up on
My
his
favorite
verses.
joint was him and Metro. The first, not the joint where it looked like a Cash Money cover, yo.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
joint
yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
The new one, I liked it, but I for some reason I haven't like it just didn't grab me crazy, so I haven't been going back to it. And then other like Blue Lips came out, and that kind of the Ye album came out. There's a few things that came out, and I was just like,
21 Savage album was really good. Yo. It was.
the
really,
what's the
really
name?
good.
That Red Room, that joint, that joint.
Yeah, it's joints on here. It's actually joints on
Yeah.
here. It's a lot of them.
And like even the R&B features, like they crazy. Like it's only 2 songs, but they hits.
Nah, he dope. He's dope.
Certified.
Pescatarian, buddy.
Fire.
About to be.
Yeah, but I'm here to clarify he's not Future. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and no disrespect to
think it's
Future
a preference.
fans. I'm just not a Future
It's a
fan.
preference, but he also ate Future.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm
being
not a
honest.
Future fan.
That's a
Yeah,
kind
that's
of a
on me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of him like that.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
Future's
it is.
bag is deeper, yo. He's got a deeper bag. Like he gave. That's why he's in a. He became a That's
Yeah,
why he
he
became a
just do
Mount
his singing
Rushmore artist
stuff.
after a while, because he really been doing like the first album, like the first the first official like DS2 was crazy. It's crazy. People still play songs from that album to this day.
Yeah.
It had mad hits
I was
on
in.
it, yo.
I think that was Made in America time too. He was going crazy.
Yeah.
I was down there in Made in
Yeah.
America. He was.
See,
That was after Tony
even
Montana and all
even
that
more
stuff.
horrible thing about me. I never even understood the hype behind March Madness like that. Like I tried, like I don't. It didn't do it
That's
for me,
next level,
yo.
bro. You next
Yeah.
level.
I
with
don't
that.
know. I don't know.
I've never heard.
No,
that.
everybody talks
I've
about
never-
it like it's the greatest song ever. I'm
song
like,
is fire.
I
It's
don't,
amazing. That's why.
I think Wicked was Wicked on that too.
It's not even that
Oh
good
no,
of
it was
a
on Purple
beat.
Rain after that.
I don't like that, John.
Nah, like
it might
I
just-
think the
just
little
don't
thing
like
in the
it.
background, the
You wasn't a
where it's
club
like,
guy.
I'm like,
Mike's not a
that's
club
not-
guy.
I wasn't a club dude,
But you went to the club and you heard March
And
Madness.
college
in the,
probably as well.
In a party, you heard that shit.
Nah,
Something-
it's college,
not that
bro.
good.
It's
to me.
different.
That shit was
It
crazy.
hits different with
Was
the
that college?
sound
I think
in
that was college,
schools
the end of
or
college.
wherever you was at. I don't know
Let me
where
see,
you
let
were.
me see,
I
let me
remember
see.
hearing it places.
I know
and it
it'll
was
make everybody hate
astounding.
me, but I never really liked that song like that.
It's amazing.
That's the
We
37
can close it
in my
out. Yeah,
phone.
we can close it out with that. That's I never
mind
knew
blown.
that.
It
I'm
literally,
like, I don't even
got
like
Johnny
this song.
Manziel kicked
That's
out the
like
league.
it's like one of his best songs to me. I think
I don't even like that song, yo.
it's crazy.
But what I did also catch, and I'm about halfway through the album. I wish I would have finished it. TDE, if it take you, I don't want to see all these 5-year things, but if 5 years is what it takes to make amazing stuff, I'm not gonna be super mad. That Sir album is really good.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
it's
about
out?
halfway through. Yes,
It's out?
I didn't know it was out.
Really good.
Damn.
Nah, he fired.
far.
Y'all put me on.
Oh no, I gotta get on that. I didn't know.
I
it
mean,
was
I
out.
don't expect anything else but greatness from people.
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
my
though.
dog right there. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, man. Like,
Oh, heavy. Okay.
and he take you on different like. He got different little like types of. I don't want to ruin it because I want y'all to.
16 joints.
Yeah, yo.
You got Anderson .Paak on here, Absol, Ty Dolla on one of these joints.
Ty been shaking off.
I heard Karma.
See, Mike didn't like Ty at first.
I didn't.
That's
I
until I
didn't.
introduced him to that
I didn't.
free TC joint, I think
Yeah.
it was.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Miracle joint.
Yo, you know I like the emotional tracks like that, yo.
I used to play that song all the time too, though.
It's a
That's my joint.
miracle.
Especially when he's singing in
I
the
want
prison.
him and I need him
Song,
because they
man.
like literally they should just form a group for like 3 albums. Him and Daniel from like just Division in general, like because that shit, like that's one of the best R&B albums in the last 10 years. Like they need to do another one, but it just didn't get all of the like. It's one of those joints. If you know, you know. Like that's the definition of if you know, you know. But I feel like it wasn't as commercially successful enough for them to probably go back to it. But I'm like, that joint was amazing.
Oh, you talking about the him and the
In Division.
Oh yeah.
Cheers to the
Yo,
best
you
memories.
you put me on.
They need another album, dog.
That's
It
a
was too
player.
good,
That
yo.
yo.
And then they took you to the.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even sing the song. He
Don't you
said,
say it
God made bad rude. God made bad women rude.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that joint fire, yo.
Then they had
Ty
the
Dolla.
Mexican
Girls
joint in
like
there.
you
Supposed to do the salsa.
always got a bad
Forgive
attitude.
these people.
I'm like, yo, he's going crazy.
The interludes, everything was crazy. I'm like, yeah, they needed to redo it. But yeah, the Sir album, really good. Me and my lady was talking. She was like, that might be in the contract. Because I was like, this is a 5-year gap, right? So if you look at it, right? Kendrick was a 5-year gap before his album came out. And of course, that was his last album on TDE. SZA, I think, was about a 5-year gap, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's multi-years because I checked Schoolboy. I tried to
Schoolboy's
go back
5
multiple.
years.
It was 5 between the last one,
Sir is 5 years as well.
but there were. It was like he had like 2 in the one before that, 3 before that one. It was I think it's just sporadic.
But
I don't know if it's a
all
real-
of their last albums were like 5 years on the dot.
It could be
It's
their last
interesting.
joint.
It's just real interesting how I'm like.
Their last hoorah.
Because I had to look at them. I was the only one that says that. I'm not sure if hers is 5 or 6, but if hers is 5 as well, they're all 5 years apart, which is weird. Now I gotta look at J Rock. When was his last album? Because I'm like, if his is 5 as well, dog.
Redemption was like 2019. Because that was the same year that Nipsey
If it
Hussle
comes
dropped
out,
Victory
it's
Lap.
5 years.
Yeah, that's the same time Nip dropped Victory Lap. Like because I remember we was arguing. Shout out Ant, and we was arguing like a Redemption Victory Lap, and it was like they both were like really really great. They was top albums that year.
Yeah.